Cancer, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to be looking at your energy for the next week via tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Cancer. I hope that things are going well on your end. We are in Sagittarius season. We just are coming from a new moon in Sagittarius, which has been challenging our self-worth, our confidence. Right now, the sun is square to Saturn, which confirms that point of if our ego is kind of being rubbed the wrong way, it's not going to feel as, needed to make changes, to look at things through a different perspective, to maybe see if there's different options, different solutions to situations we might be navigating right now. There is a level of resistance, but it is this deeper value of just being aware, being conscious, being mindful of what's going on in your environment, who and what you're dealing with, how they make you feel. Is it fair, or is it, not everything's always going to be fair, but is there reciprocity? Is there balance? Is there equal give and take? People who are not engaging in those practices have been coming out of the woodwork lately, and being conscious to not give people too many opportunities, or not learn from the experience, not learn from the energy, and just invite it in again from another source. Lots to be aware of, but don't limit yourself right now. So it's kind of like juggling all this different stuff, right? That's why I like to start out with these energy cleansings. Set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. It's a really good time to set your own intention, Cancer. If you have specific messages or questions you would like Spirit to answer, definitely give those over, be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. I also offer a variety of services if you want me to look into your specific situation. I do readings. I also do energy healings, Ayurvedic wellness consultations. If you want a realignment, a grounding, a rebalancing of that mind, body, and soul, definitely hit me up. All the info's in the description box below. I would love to support in any way, Cancer. All right, let's get into it. Ooh. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm, cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. Okay. Whew. All right, Cancer. So there is some tension in the air, and we really, like I was mentioning before, have to be aware of how it is affecting our mental and emotional, especially in regards to kind of where we are actively trying to see change. If we're walking away, trying to walk away from a situation that's just like not serving us any longer. Yeah, connecting with the desires of our heart. That was a lot of that Scorpio energy. We just came from Scorpio season. And Sagittarius gives us the opportunity to expand and to grow beyond. But I do feel like you're not seeing a lot happen right now. Yeah, maybe you are hermiting yourself a little bit this week. Maybe it's just a good thing to do. Giving yourself a little bit more time, energy to rest, restore, nurture. it doesn't mean that you can't do anything, but I feel like you're just going to naturally want to be at home more. And I would even encourage you to go to that extra step to not necessarily engage in things that you don't have to. Take things off your to-do plate, especially if they're not what you need to be doing, you know, especially if you can put it off. So, I don't know, it looks like things, like you have a choice to make this week, or there is a choice on the horizon, and that again speaks to maybe why you're finding some safe space in the home, right, in your own environment, because you need that. I feel like you do definitely need your own time to think this decision through. It definitely feels like a fork in the road, or you know this fork in the road is coming. Something's happened recently that made you really happy, like you were excited, you were hopeful, and then I feel like it just completely flipped the script, and like now you're very confused, and it feels like you're dealing with someone or a situation where there's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of waves of emotion, someone that makes you really happy, but again, like 10 of Cups is pure happiness, but in reverse, it's having an overwhelming amount of emotions. 6 of Cups, relationships that you've been dealing with for quite some time, and you really need to put some thought into this. I feel like you're having to make a decision in a way that you didn't think you would be here, or you didn't want to have to be. I feel like you're seeing a different side to someone. I feel like you're seeing a different side to a situation, and it's putting you, like, you're feeling uncomfortable at this point. You're feeling like you made a mistake or a wrong move. How could this feel so good 1 minute just to completely nosedive the second? I do see that you are surrendering to the process. I think it feels a little emotionally chaotic, and you're having a hard time understanding everything, the whys. But again, there's a part of you, Cancer, that's not seeking out this information, or maybe is a little bit too afraid to do so. I don't know if it's your responsibility, right? Like, I don't know if the ball's in your court, but at the same time, it's like this would bring you relief. This would bring you a breath of fresh air to not have to wonder. You feel like you're not getting enough out of this situation. Yeah, and it's no longer working for you, or the more it unfolds, the more you feel like you're going to have to make a decision one way or another. Because I feel like, again, maybe it is a little bit of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You're getting two sides of someone. Maybe it's not that extreme. Maybe it's just like they're super kind, loving 1 minute and then screaming at you the next. But you're resistant to some reason you're resistant to change. You like your comfort. You like your comfortable space. I'm not throwing shade to that at all. But at the same time, there's something around this that, like, you're always putting it in the future. Well, I'll just wait and see. I'll just wait and see. I'll just wait and see. And I feel like you keep seeing, but not giving yourself that, like, it's digressing, right? You're going from the 3 of Wands to the 2 of Wands. I'll wait and see, and then you're shown, and then maybe not, like, loving what you see, or maybe having hope still around what this situation is gonna be. Wanting it to be more than what it actually is, and you're seeing that it's not, right? Because someone else is showing up in the picture that's getting in between. Maybe someone's getting advice from another person, relying on them. Maybe there's another connection coming in that I feel like you have to be aware of, or it's already here. I feel like in some ways you don't want this information, and understandably so, because it does feel a little bit humbling. Or, let's look. Yeah. You know, I mean, I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a... Yeah, like it reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. Like you're going to pull back the curtain and you're going to understand why you've been getting both sides of this person. I think there's been a lot that's gone unsaid in this situation. I think it's, for both of you, it's hard to be honest. It's hard to have that honest conversation. I feel like you're going to see a lot of where maybe, yeah, there was misinterpretation. Someone, something playing into, feeding into. You know, sometimes we listen to friends or family and they influence a situation in a bad way, in a way that actually kind of just like brings destruction. And it does feel like that, you know, like this is very poisonous. I don't know. There's a lot of toxicity. Again, maybe it's coming from people, situations around you. Maybe it's a belief. Maybe this is something that, you know, you've believed from a very early age. There's a lot of fear, but it's not as, I don't know, like it almost feels like maybe the fear was making it seem worse. And take that only if it resonates with you. Don't downplay your situation ever, especially if you're dealing with someone who's controlling, manipulative. It doesn't necessarily show that per se, but everyone's situation's different. These are collective readings, and I don't ever want you to feel demeaned or devalued by what I say. It just looks like, you know, there was a lot of misinterpretation. There was, like I said, a lot of things that went left unsaid. And I feel like you're kind of kicking yourself. You're kind of kicking yourself for this. Places that maybe you didn't communicate enough, or you didn't allow someone to know how much you cared about them or how valuable they were, etc. But, you know, I feel like this is outside meddling, outside sources, whether it is directly coming from people or a belief that's been ingrained for you for a long time. You know, I feel like you are surrendering this week. You are watching everything play out. You're getting ready to make a choice, even if you're not this week. Definitely give yourself a lot of love, like I was saying, a lot of care, a lot of nurture. That's going to bring clarity on what you need to do, what is highest and best for you. But definitely make sure to take care of yourself this week, Cancer. It looks a little heavy. We have a lot of stuff popping off like this in the collective. Just know I'm thinking of you and sending all the love your way. Thank you so much for listening in. I hope this reading helped. I hope it resonated. Definitely drop comments below if it did. I would love to hear, or just connect, share, and a little love, little TLC. Now, I appreciate all the support you bring to the channel. I'm sending it back your way.